This is going to be one of the most annoying rides ever. Hey everyone, welcome back to the Chopperfett channel. My name is Brett, and we make the motorcycle videos and motorcycle vlogs here on YouTube. This is actually a very fitting spot to start the video because I am doing Code Gray's challenge, which is
I want you guys to find roads you hate with the most traffic possible. Right in the middle of rush hour if you have to.
Now there wasn't really much instruction with this challenge other than finding a very annoying road to ride on and to motovlog throughout it. So in this case here, we're going to hit up a couple of the roads that I really can't stand a whole lot and continue to motovlog. So if I get stuck at a stoplight or just there's a lot of traffic, I'm going to do my best to actually continue a thought process, I guess you could say.
At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought.
Now there's nothing crazy in there, like I can't not go back and edit this or anything like that. I've got to edit it because I'm actually going to do two different roads. But yeah, we'll get going here once we make it turn out the light. And alright, we are coming up on the first of our two roads that I find super annoying here in Kansas City. And that is Main Street here in Gardner, Kansas. Now, Main Street is also Highway 56 that kind of cuts across Kansas and ends basically at I-35 highway. What we're going on today, though, is my Main Street. And we're going to see just how annoying they are. Like that car there. Oh yeah, look how we're starting here. So, we got construction going on, stoplights. Oh, it's great. It's great.
This is fine. I'm okay with the events that are unfolding currently.
But the topic I thought I would talk about while we're going through this slow stop and go traffic is, do you ever feel like taking a break from YouTube? And if you do you know what the consequences of it could be? So for me personally, I have, not to brag, gone through about 3 straight years where I've uploaded at least one video a week. That's just something I've been very proud of. And at the same time, the reason I do that is a slight bit, I think, of obsessive compulsive disorder. I mean, OCD to the extreme. Now, why is it an OCD thing? It's like, well, I feel like if I don't put out a video, something bad's going to happen.
I've got a bad feeling about it.
Quiet.
And as we can kind of see, we had a lot of rain last night. Ugh. Now, we all need breaks. We need breaks from our jobs. We need breaks from YouTube. It's all the same. We got to take time to step back and refresh. Because if we don't, then we're just going to get burnt out and our content's not going to be as good. But YouTube will punish you, I feel like, if you do take a long break. Now, I don't know what would happen if I missed a week of publishing, but I do know that if you take a longer than normal break, I've had my turn signal on the entire time, damn it. I do know if I take a longer than normal break on YouTube that I'm going to get punished. And what I'm being punished is YouTube is going to drop me off of their logarithm, and that's going to be that. I won't have, when I come back to being on YouTube and posting videos again, I'm not going to be promoted at all. I'm not going to be publicized at all. Basically, the only ones who might see my content would be those who are an active subscriber, which you would think, you take a break, you come back, they'll be excited. Yeah, cool to see you again. That's just not how it works, unfortunately.
That's not how the Force works.
I've seen people very popular people, such as, let's just say, like Walterific, for example. Oh, you can't turn left. You gotta go straight. Annoying people. I hate this challenge already, Code Gray. I hate this road so much because of that. No left turn, and they turn left. Dumbasses. Anyway, guess I'll continue to talk, because that's what the challenge is. So, there is a reward for me at the end of this challenge, because otherwise I probably wouldn't have done it. But we'll get to that at the very end of the video if you stick around through all this garbage. All right, so people like Walterific, and there's been another couple channels that I've followed where, you know, they take a break. Let's just say it's a 2-month break, a hiatus, no uploads, nothing going on.
We were on a break.
And they come back thinking nothing has changed, everything is going to be just fine, when in reality, it's not. I mean, these guys were going from 40,000 videos per upload. Like, I mean, which, you know, given the grand scheme of things, it's still kind of low for their subscriber base. But still, when they came back, now they're getting 10 to 12. YouTube's like, hey, you quit on us for a little bit, we're going to quit on you. And unfortunately, that's happened to a lot of my fellow moto vloggers. And it's even worse when you're a moto vlogger such as us, who doesn't have a huge following to begin with. So when we come back, we're going to be coming back hurt. All right, so that was the end of the first road. We'll pick this up on the second road in my other hometown of Olathe, Kansas. That's actually Olathe, Kansas. Get you there. All right, guys, we are heading into part 2 of the roads I hate. Now, you're looking ahead right now, and you're probably thinking, 4 lanes, not a single car. Are you flipping crazy? Well, bear with me. This is just the entrance of it. Come on. It's going to get worse before it gets better. But we'll pick up our YouTube conversation here as far as taking breaks and everything goes here in a minute as well. The road that I am on now is called Santa Fe, which then turns into 135th Street. Now, I'm only going to go on the old side of this town called Olathe, and I'm going to get off before I get to the highway, because it goes up and over the highway. And actually, if you go up and over the highway, it gets even worse. That gets into the heart of downtown Olathe, where all the shops and dealerships and everything is. And the problem with it is it's like built on super old roads. It's a 4-lane just like this is, but this is newer construction 4-lane. Whereas when we get to these older sections, or actually I take that back, they have recently redid most of the road on here to expand the 4-lane a little bit, but it's still annoying. It's still annoying. But back to our subject at hand, though, which was the whole YouTube taking a break thing. So we talked about how people have come back and the views just aren't there when they come back when they expected to. So that was the first part. The second part is you are raw and you are rusty when you come back. Now, me personally, like I said earlier in the video, I have not missed a week, but I have taken many breaks from YouTube. You might be wondering, how's that? If you never missed a week, how have you taken a break? So what I like to do is batch recording. I talked about this before, where I'll go out, and on the days that I film, like today, I'm actually recording probably 3 to 5 to 6 episodes, which is good for about a month and a half worth of weekly episodes. And uh-oh, here we go. Code Greg, you're messing with me. Got stopped at a green light, and I lost my train of thought. And so I've come back from those breaks, and I will say, like, you lose a step. It's kind of like if you were an athlete, and let's say you're a basketball player. where you get through the end of the basketball season, and unless you continue to practice through the off season, when you come back, those first shots are rusty. They do not look good at all. You're throwing up air balls, you're throwing up bricks. It's just not pretty. In motovlogging, and I think YouTube in general, is much the same way, where it's a routine, but if you get out of that routine and out of your editing skills and your photography, your video skills and everything like that, and nunchuck skills, and
this one gang kept wanting me to join because I'm pretty good with the bow staff.
But I really find it when I come back and I have to do an episode. Like a couple weeks ago, I've been on a hiatus. You just haven't noticed, and I had to get an episode done. Like I ran out of all my footage, so I think it was the Dream Bike episode. I had to rush to get that one done. And when I rushed to get it done, I could tell it just wasn't quite as polished as I'm used to having it. But it wasn't bad. It just took me a lot longer because I had to kind of, get my bearings straight. My software had a update that I had to kind of get used to the new interface on, and things of that nature. So it was just, it was very, very hard to come back to. So you got the rusty bit. Lastly, you have the fact of, do you have the motivation for it? I think a lot of the times we come back to it after taking a break, and as you can see how narrow this road is here now. When we come back from the break, it is, I don't know, you have to be in the right frame, I think, to come back. Again, I kind of had my hand forced a few weeks ago, but since then I kind of been building, and I kind of have a little bit of a backlog of episodes ready to go again. So I'm back in my flow. I'm in my flow state, yeah. But really, the next thing you have to realize is if you're not motivated when you come back, the second you're not getting those views or the software is frustrating, that break might become a quit.
That's it. I quit. Wait, I can't quit. I've got a family.
Unfortunately, I've already accepted your resignation.
And that stinks because you put so much time and effort. Let's just say I put out 150 videos in 3 years, which actually is on the low side because I used to do multiple a week. But let's say it was 150 episodes and each episode lasted 10-ish minutes. That is a lot of filming and a lot of editing just to throw away. And I do this as a hobby now. I know I'm not going to get super rich off of it, but it's very enjoyable, and I do make, a few bucks a month, just kind of depending on the content that I'm putting out. And I'll just be honest with you, I like doing this because it's fun. It gets me an excuse to go out and ride, and yeah, that's really all there is to it on that. We're also coming up to the end of our road here, so thank you, Code Gray, for the challenge. I will go ahead and we'll now skip to what my reward is, which is a comic book themed coffee shop. Yep, we're going to get my nerd on. Let's go get it. All right, let's see here. I have no idea where I'm at. I thought where I was headed. Oh, there we are. Are they even open today? Oh man, I'm gonna be so mad if they're not even open. I didn't check. Oh, it's Sunday. I bet they're not. Well, let's just go pull up there and find out. Damn it, Code Gray. I went this way just to go to this new coffee shop, and I don't even get my coffee because they're closed and it's on a Sunday. Who's closed on a Sunday and drinks coffee? Come on.
What, were these people born in an outhouse or something?
Yes, I am sounding like my father. It's Sunday. Everyone is off on Sunday. Your coffee shop should be open on Sunday. At least in the morning. Come on. Oh well. I'll hit another coffee shop instead. So we'll cut that off here. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Sorry. I will get back to this coffee shop and do a little bit of a piece on it because it does interest me. But for now, I'll catch you guys on the next dark side as this is the way. Chopperfett, seeing you later.